Today is Sunday, July 23rd, 2023. It is currently 19:03 hours. I'm here today to talk about untruthfulness. Untruthfulness. I guess it hurts to be lied to, especially from someone you really trusted. And as a police officer, I should have known to verify before I repeated what was told to me, but I trusted these people. I worked with them. And by working a 12-hour shift, you see these people more than you see your own family. Now, I want everybody to know that everything I'm about to say is the truth as I know it. I've actually called these, and I'm going to tell you their names because I called them, I texted them, and I emailed them and still have not got a response. But when you lie to me without cause, I believe I deserve an explanation. And especially when by you lying to me causes me to lie to others. Now, I apologize because I should have done my research instead of just believe these people. I've learned a valuable lesson: never repeat anything anybody tells you. Even though you believe them, have no reason not to. But I want to talk about untruthfulness. When I was with my former employer, we had a policy called untruthfulness. When I was there, you were terminated for telling an untruth. That's what the policy said. While I was employed with my former employer, I don't recall any white male officers being terminated for untruthfulness, but I do know 2 black males who were terminated for untruthfulness. Now, Sergeant Marlene Williams Edwards came to me one day. I don't know why. She came to me out of the blue. I didn't ask her to come to me. She came to me, and these were the words she said to me. She said, "There is a dead female body in the evidence room at the police department." When she told me this, I went to the evidence technician, Miss Sheryl McCollum, to verify this. She advised me the body has been there so long that it's liquefied due to the electricity to the deep freezer being turned on and off over the years. That's what these 2 individuals told me. And I believed them. And because I believed them, I submitted a tip to the FBI and left it at that. Now, I still don't know whether what they told me is the truth or a lie, but I would rather it be a lie than there to be a body inside of the evidence room at the police department. But I've called them, I've texted them, I've emailed them, and neither one of them have responded. But here's a public video so they can comment, they can call, they can do. I'm open and receptive. I've already forgiven you. I just don't understand why you would tell me this lie. I don't understand. I can't recall ever coming to you and lying to you about anything. I can't recall. Sergeant Marlene Williams Edwards also told me that the chief said if black people aren't happy here, why don't they go back to Africa? Again, I hope it's a lie, but I don't know. I've called, I've texted, emailed, no response. That's my producer, Chai. She's helping me with this video. Just want you to know, Sergeant Marlene Williams Edwards, I've forgiven you already. I just want to know why. I believe I deserve an explanation. I don't know what I did or what would cause you to just make up a blatant lie like that. If you can tell me, then I'd appreciate it. And to the chief, I apologize for spreading a lie to you that was told to me. But Chief, you and I both know that you have lied to me. You've written me up and told me that if I didn't sign it, that I would no longer be employed here. My equipment got stolen out of the trunk of my POV. The chief wrote me up and said that I was told to take my blue line sticker off of my vehicle. And because I didn't take it off, my vehicle got broken into. Therefore, due to negligence, my equipment got stolen. So he did a write-up and wrote me up for it and told me there was a policy that allowed him to write me up for my equipment being stolen from me. To this day, I have not seen that policy. And that whole write-up is a lie. I went to the chief when my own lieutenant lied to me. My lieutenant was telling, I was at home in pain. I took off work. I was at home in pain, and someone called me and said, I think you better come in to work because the lieutenant said that you ain't show up and he hasn't heard anything from you. I said, thank you. I showed up to work. The first room I passed by was dispatch. It was a dispatcher in there. She looked at me like I was a ghost. She said, what are you doing here? The lieutenant's looking for you. You said he hasn't heard from you. First thing I did was showed her my phone. And she saw all the text messages and the phone calls that me and my lieutenant had with each other that day. The next place I went outside on the dock, and our corporal was standing on the dock. She looked at me. She said, what are you doing here? Lieutenant is looking for you and said he hasn't heard anything from you. First thing I did, showed her my phone with all the text messages and the phone calls between me and the lieutenant. The third place I went was to see an officer that was working a off-duty detail. He said, what are you doing here? The lieutenant told me he ain't heard nothing from you. You just ain't showed up for work, and he don't know what you're doing. So I showed him the text messages between me and the lieutenant and the phone calls. I then wrote up a complaint. I sent it to the chief with a copy of the text messages and the phone calls. Instead of the chief dealing with the untruthfulness of my lieutenant, he brought up my own disciplinary record. So even though there's a policy at my former employer against untruthfulness, it don't seem to be enforced appropriately. There was a black male officer at my former employer. He was terminated because he lied about the whereabouts of his FTO book. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying anybody should lie at any cost. You shouldn't. I shouldn't lie. Not knowingly or unknowingly. But if you're going to terminate him for lying about the whereabouts of his FTO book, then why didn't you terminate a white male officer who was lying about cheating going on a promotional exam? As far as I know, he only got a warning and was told to be quiet. Untruthfulness. And then as officers, we tell people, in order to get them to tell the truth to us, that it's okay for us to lie to obtain truth. But if you have a policy for untruthfulness, then it should be enforced. But this video isn't going to be too long. The city attorney and my attorney are now communicating with each other again, so I'm grateful. So I'm not here to make a video about my former employer. I really just made these videos about these two individuals who I feel have lied to me, and I have called them, texted them, and emailed them to find out why, and they failed to respond. So I'm making a video. To Sergeant Marlene and Miss Sheryl, I wish you the best. I sincerely do. I have no idea, no reason why. I can't think of a reason why. I leave my comments open and public, so you're more than welcome to comment whatever you feel. Or you got my number, you're more than welcome to call me. You got my email, you're more than welcome to email me. And let me know the reason why you made up a whole lie. Because I'm confused. I don't know. I don't feel like I deserve it. I don't feel like you deserve the things you've told me you've gone through personally with my former employer. And believe it or not, I put you down in my request to be contacted and compensated in some type of way. Even though I feel you've lied to me, I still feel that you deserve to make whole for all the discrimination you've been through from a former employer that vehemently denies any discrimination at all going on within this agency. But I wish you all the best. Your attorneys are communicating. I don't know where this leaves me at with my case, but I'm hoping for the best outcome of all involved. Like I said, I'm not trying to sue the pants off my former employer. I just want what I feel is rightfully due to me. Okay? Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please, thank you so much. I'm the Queen Chief of Three Kings. I'm the thinker that thinks the thoughts that create the things. Guess what? The Queen's power gives it many positions. The King's position gives its power. I'm the Queen Chief of Three Kings. All right? I love you all. I wish you the best. Please turn on that notification bell. Please subscribe. I love you. All is well.